Hey, loves. So, here again. Now, I'm no doctor, I'm no therapist, but I am old and I do have experience. And so, um, answering your questions also brings me some joy. And it also helps me to take a stroll down memory lane. Today, I'm going to answer one question that seems to be popping up all the time in the messages you send me on Instagram and TikTok and even in my TikTok lives. And that is, how do you get over a breakup? What do you do if he leaves you? Move on. Okay, no, let me keep this going. Um, they cheated on me. Should I take them back? And I again, I have experience. No doctor. But I do understand self worth and value. And I've been cheated on a few times. It felt embarrassing. It was it was hurtful. I did it a few times. It felt like revenge. And in the moment it felt great, but it it wasn't worth it. So, how do you get over a breakup? That is going to vary with the individual and where you're at mentally and how much you value yourself and how much you're willing to understand that in life sometimes things don't work out. And that's very difficult for some of us because some of us really attach because sometimes we need that individual. They satisfy or fulfill something that we haven't really processed ourselves. So for me in the beginning, whenever someone rejected me, I was of hurt, pain. But then many times, flash forward a few months, a year, sometimes at least one time, even a decade, I realized that those people weren't for me. When people left my life, it hurt. I it was something internal that would shift, that would cause me to feel less than, cause me to want to be in this position where these days we would say chase, because that's in the emailing, asking what's wrong, texting. Well, back then we had smoke signals, but trying to get in touch with the person, apologizing at times for stuff you didn't even do, right? And back then, I thought it was the right thing to do. And then I left that phase and I just went full into, you're gone, I'm just gonna go out and replace you. And that didn't feel right either, because sometimes, like 2 weeks down the road, I look over at this person and I'm like, I just don't like you. I don't see myself with you forever. So could you just leave? And at times, too, I also felt like the relationship thing was something that I was following because it was what people in society were supposed to do. Everyone is supposed to have their person. But that's not true. Sometimes your person is actually you. And what you have to realize is when your person is actually you, that gives you room and space to actually love someone else, not out of need, but out of pure pleasure, desire, love, companionship, and so much more. Some of you say that your partner's cheated on you. What should you do? Leave. Unless you are ready to go into an open relationship or try to do it again, leave. Just get your stuff or get their stuff, whoever else has to leave, or if they have a key, take it back, and then go through the process of mourning and grieving that relationship. Just be careful how you grieve it, because sometimes getting under somebody else, especially in these days, may not be safe either. So you got to deal with these things yourself. And this is what I had to learn. I had to learn to deal with it, face it, and to realize that if there was something that I did, there was a part of me that needs to be fixed, and I needed to fix it for me, not for them, right? And if it was something that they did, then it was, this is a warning sign. This is the universe, God, whomever you may believe in. I believe in God. This was God telling me, hey, now they say red flags, they say warning, you know, it's up, it's flying, it's right in your face. But when you hot in the ass and you just see certain things, you're running for it. You're not thinking about person. You're not thinking about mind. You're not thinking about anything else. And then when you actually have to think about all of this, it's too late because you are in the relationship. So when you become good with you, the person cheating, you will get rid of. You will realize that they no longer belong in your life, and you will realize that that's a blessing for you. There are a lot of diseases out here. For the person that breaks up with you, whether it's because they have someone else or because they don't think it could work, right? Don't put that on your inside and let it hold it. Don't internalize it, right? Mourn it, grieve it. Feel the emotions. Have your cries, your tears, but don't go slashing tires and all that stuff. I broke windshields. It wasn't fun. I broke a nail, cut my hand. It just wasn't fun. So, how do you get over this breakup? You got to get back into you. You got to love you, and you have to realize that even though, yes, there may be things that may have been your fault, that relationship is preparing you for you to be able to be where you need to be, where you would want to be, where you have secretly been wishing to be, but not being there. So you don't want at least they're not this. You want this is who they are, and I love them. When you really love someone, it's not even that they have flaws or faults or anything. You just understand the person and you work on things together, right? And you have to understand that a person has to be ready to deal with that also for you to be in a relationship. So when a person leaves your life, sometimes you just have to let them. And you have to work on you. Go through that healing process, the ugly crying, the mourning, all that stuff, the feeling of wanting to rush out and fuck everything that comes along, the feeling of wanting to call them and turn them back. Just don't do it. Just don't do it, okay? Feel it, acknowledge it, but don't do it. Because in these moments, this is the universe, maybe God, maybe something that's for you. I don't know what you believe in. But something that's for you, that's saying to you, it's time to move on. And from what I've experienced in life, every time it was time for me to move on, and I held on, what was for me took longer. So yeah, maybe that muscle-bound person, that sexy, may not be the it for you, because maybe there's nothing there for you to. Maybe there's something there for them and someone else, but not you. And don't feel less about yourself when you see your person with someone else. I know it's hard, but try to be happy for them. But most of all, remember that you are very valid and you deserve love that is real love. As you are.